The president's schedule has been updated. At 10:30 this morning, President Joe Biden will be meeting via secure video conference with the leaders of France, Germany, and the UK to discuss the latest developments between Russia and Ukraine. Also, the next round of talks between the two nations set to begin in less than an hour, according to an advisor to Ukraine's president. The fighting has forced 1.7 million people to flee Ukraine. Those left behind remain in mortal danger. A Russian mortar exploded with unthinkable ferocity in a suburb of Kyiv as a mother and her two children tried to get to safety nearby. All three were killed. A man believed to be a family friend also died. At least 364 civilians have been killed in Ukraine, according to the United Nations, although that likely underestimates the true toll. Yesterday, Orthodox Christians marked Forgiveness Sunday, which Ukraine's president referenced in a video address.
God will not forgive, either today or tomorrow, never.
A third round of peace talks is set for today. Russia announced a ceasefire starting today in several areas, including the southern port city of Mariupol, where the International Committee of the Red Cross says about 200,000 people are trying to escape. Two prior attempts to get them out have failed. Ukraine's ambassador to the U.S. accused Russia of committing war crimes.
It's evident, clear to us, that what they're doing is illegal and it's war crimes. I mean, they're targeting hospitals, they're targeting schools, they're targeting civilians.
With the war now in its 12th day, tough sanctions against Russia have so far not deterred Russian President Vladimir Putin. So what more can be done? President Joe Biden has said he will not commit American troops to fighting this war, and top American officials have ruled out a no-fly zone over Ukraine, saying that could trigger World War III. The best answer seems to be continuing to arm the Ukrainians. Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Moldova, which borders Ukraine, confirmed that the U.S. is talking to Poland about giving Soviet-era fighter planes to Ukraine. The U.S. would then send F-16s to Poland.
We're talking with our Polish friends right now about what we might be able to do to backfill their needs if, in fact, they choose to provide these fighter jets to the Ukrainians.
And the exodus of companies out of Russia continues. Netflix cut service to Russia. American Express announced that it is suspending operations there, and TikTok has suspended live streaming and new content in the country because of Russia's new fake news law. That is notable since TikTok is actually a Chinese company, and we know that China has remained a very close Russian ally, even as much of the rest of the world has united in opposition against Russia. Rosanna, Bianca, back to you.
All right, Robert, thank you so much.